I'm surprised it came out as well as it did. Hey y'all, APG Jamie here. And today brings us hashtag 6-pack collab. Yes, we are putting on the finishing touches on this journal cover for the journal collaboration. Okay, I have been doing this with 5 other journal makers slash artists who are amazing. Their links to their channel is in the description box below. Also to their Instagrams, ID thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I've got the steampunk-ish journal cover. Oh, it's amazing, y'all. The pages, the stuff in the pockets is just wonderful. So I had this little skinny belt. It used to belong to my youngest daughter. And when she left it here, it's mine now, okay? So I thought, well, I'm going to use that. I'm sure it's not real leather. So, And I thought, well, we're just going to use that. And I mean, if nothing else, no harm, no foul, right? So, trimming it out, measured it out. Kind of wish I had remeasured my holes a little better. Anyway, using a crocodile to poke some holes in it. And I'm using the smaller size hole punch on it. And I will have a photo coming up. Because I know you can't see from that side. Because I got to wiggle it around so I can see where I'm poking. Okay? Okay. So, we got that done. Now, there's a fair amount of redundancy in this video because I'm going to make a charm. Not for the front of the cover because it came with the charm on it. Although I change it. A little bit. You'll see. When we get there, you'll see. And see how loose that is? I wished I'd had, Anyway, we will poke another hole later. Actually, we will poke more holes. Here's where I'm measuring out. Because it's where I'm going to put a charm. Right there on that side. I guess I could have put it on the spine side. Oh, really? Second thoughts now? Oh, come on, people. Why do y'all do this to me? Poking the holes. Cause I've got this thing right here. Well, it's actually several things. So, I don't know. It came on a thing that way. When I'm in my boyfriend Clarence, charity shop. I find stuff. And I thought this would be just perfect. It's got one jump ring at the top and 5 on the bottom-ish area. I think it's probably used for beads on a bracelet. I don't know, y'all. It don't no matter to me. I use it the way I want to. And I thought, well, I need to age these things around by putting on some patina-ish paint. There's a list of ingredients in the description below, along with those links to everyone's channels. You're going to want to see them on account of at the end of all of this. Well, not today, because we've not worked out the final details. But soon, we will all be giving away the journals. So, you're going to want to pay attention to that when it comes up. Just saying, because, oh man, I would like to win this one. I probably can't win it if I'm giving it away. Anywho. So we're patinaing up. We've got that turquoisey color. I'm going to get out some prima charcoal matte wax stuff coming up for her. I don't know that you'll be able to tell much of a difference on screen with that, but in real life you can kind of tell. And so we do all that for a long time. And just so you know, if you hear stuff running in the background, it's air conditioning issues. Our air conditioner went out a couple days ago. It's August in southeast Texas. We're under heat advisories. We've not had rain for over a month at my house. Do things sound dry and way hot to y'all? Because they sure feel that way to me. Anyway, got a window unit going because the repairman's not going to be here for a few more days even. And then we'll have to see after that, right? Okay. So, anyway. Got some ball chain. And y'all saw that already. And I thought, well, I'm going to put that Charmy doolaller on there like that. And I'm like, well, you know, I think it's hanging too low. I'm going to try it on. I'm like, is that going to be too low? Because remember, I'm going to hang charms from it. So they're going to be even, you know, dangling lower. So we will trim this up. If I can get it off. Y'all, sometimes some of this little stuff like this, it's just like, my fingers aren't necessarily big sausages, but sometimes they feel that way. Anyway, we've got some jump rings there, and I'm gonna be like, what jump ring do I want? Because, you know, I got different colors of jump rings, but I've also got different colors of metal here, which I'm okay with using different colors of metal together. I think it adds to the ambiance, the character of you know, journaling stuff like that. Now, if it was a specific, you know, like everything's gold, well, that's different, okay? I even brought over a little spool of wire to make my own jump rings out of a, I don't know, a darker metal. And whatever kind of metal it is, I don't know, y'all. It's probably all linen. Anyway, I decided it wasn't quite sturdy enough to make jump rings. So I'm just going to use those store-bought jump rings. And when you open a jump ring, twist it open. Don't pull it open, because pulling it open will actually make the metal want to break. Okay, so don't do that. I've got these gears. I got these gears a long time ago. They came in big packages. Excuse me, y'all. They came in big packages. I don't know what brand they were. They were at Michael's. And they had a lot of them. So when they would go on sale, and I'd have a coupon. Well, maybe not a coupon and a sale at the same time. But, you know, I'd stocked up on them. They're very useful. Also, you can get different kinds of washers from the hardware department. Just saying. Anywho's. Stringing together 3 different cogs, gears, metal doolallers. This is where I'm like, what am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. So many times I'm like right in the middle of something, and I stop and I'm like, what is it I'm doing? Yeah. Or I have a different idea. I don't even know now, because, you know, it's been a couple days ago and it's hot. Y'all, we've been at like 115 heat index, and it's just crazy. And the Sahara Desert's been blowing in. So if you're cold where you are, let this conversation heat you up. Y'all. Anyways, stringing them together with jump rings, and I'm going to use some chain, which you already saw. I did not age or change any of the colorations on the chain at all. And we're just jump ringing stuff together. And I know I said it's kind of redundant, and I know it's in hyper speed. If you find the gear, the cog, the AKA settings of whatever kind of device you're on, you may have the option to slow this down or even speed it up more. Okay? Just saying. So, anyway, I have, you know, Clarence is my boyfriend. How many times I got to tell y'all that? That's why I have so much stuff. Clarence. He's like, here, you need this. It's just 25 cents. Well, that's real, maybe not 25 cents. It's just $1. Yeah, because I do got a lot of dollar stuff. Anyway. Jump ringing together. Here's the chain. I thought, I better find out if that chain even fits. Oh, I say I already used a piece of the chain. It fits. Not all your jump rings will fit into some of these tinier chains. That's a kind of a tiny chain. I know I said at the beginning, I'm really pleased with how this came out. I hope everyone else is too. And yeah, it was fun. It's fiddly. Sometimes they're a little fiddly with them little jump rings and, all them little chains and whatnot. But I'm happy and glad I was able to do it. I feel so accomplished. Y'all. So at the time of this video voiceover, this is not the giveaway video. It will be coming up. As you know, maybe you don't. I do my 6-pack collabs on the second Tuesday of the month. So if it doesn't happen before the second Tuesday of next month, be sure to tune in then, because I hopefully will have some news for you and our information about giving away. Okay? So, any hoodoo-doots. We're still working out details. So now I'm stringing them onto that 5 charm holder. I don't know what it's called. It doesn't matter what it's called, y'all. I'm putting them on there. I've got 3 different words. I was going through all my little word charms, and I thought, well, I like these 3. I like this one, I like this one, and I like this one. And I'm like, oh, will they work together? They kind of work together. It's kind of. They made sense in my head, anyway. So, getting it on there and trying to, yeah. I had to just drop it down. Just lay it down. A few times I started laughing because I'm like, this is so ridiculous. And at one point, I was twisting a jump ring open, and it flew out of my hand and went into my shirt. Hey, y'all. Oh, goodness. It could be so entertaining sometimes. And then I put my word in the wrong place. I had a order I wanted to put them in. I end up having to redo that at some point. I don't know if I left that in. And I don't know how much redundancy y'all want to see or not see, because I'm like, I could cut that out. Do I want to cut that out? Maybe somebody wants to see that part. So we'll probably go into more hyperspeed drive. I don't know. Y'all. Oh, goodness gracious. It's hard to sleep when you have a window unit blaring, and it's a noisy one too, y'all. I know I'm just whining all over town. My apologies. It's where I'm like, oh, I put that word in the wrong place. Okay, so you do get to see that part. So I'm going to take that back apart. Remember, twist it open. Don't pull. Okay? All right, let's get this one in there. See, drop it. Y'all was probably laughing. I'm like, oh my God. Because I'm trying to make sure that the words are facing front, so that, they're not backwards. Have you ever gotten a necklace with like a pendant on it, and the pendant just never seemed to want to hang straight? Yeah, I have. So I try to prevent that. It doesn't always work. It just doesn't always work. So there you have it. And we're going to get it all back together. It's pretty dangly looking, isn't it, y'all? Not a single bead on there. Oh. I'm like, yeah, where's my ball chain? Is that the right ball chain? Because now all of a sudden, all those ball chain pieces look the exact same length. So I grabbed one and trimmed a little bit off, and see, here we go. I'm thinking, well, I want to trim a little bit more, because you can see how dangly that is. That's pretty dangly. I didn't measure it, but it's pretty dangly. It's got to be at least 2.5, 3 inches maybe. So putting it together. Like, oh yeah, baby, that's the ticket. I'm like, oh, that is so fun. I thought it was so fun. I think it is so fun. I don't know. We'll find out one day. So I needed to adhere the belt on there. I felt like I needed to put the belt onto the cover in a more permanent fashion. Okay, it's not permanent, but it's pretty permanent. So this is where I thought, well, I need to tighten it up. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of loose. There's plenty of room for expansion on here, y'all. I know there's, yeah. And the charms hopefully will still kind of be in the right place. I don't know. But they can be moved as well because they're on the ball chain. And you can just undo that and then move it and whatever. So I've got a scrap rug. I don't know what. It's got leather strips on it, y'all. And I got it for the leather strips, okay? I'm just saying. It was from the Dollar Tree back when they had them at whatever stores they had them in. I got it when I was with Tanya in the Floridas. So that's what I'm going to use to adhere my closure. Because now it's a closure. It's not a belt. Well, it's a journal belt. Okay. Now we're going to adhere that onto the... here I'm shortening the charm on the front because it's dangling down, just hitting right in the wrong spot. So I thought, well, you know, I can just shorten that ball chain, and it's still there. Okay, it's just a little shorter. Okay, it's perfect. So I got that strip of leather. I've got my belt where I'm gonna want it to be. So I'm marking some little black circles with my black pen for where I'm going to put the poles. And then I thought, oh wait, I need to allow for fold over and a little bit of room. Oh, y'all, I cut it pretty close, I tell you what. So I'm going to take that off because I got the, you know, more or less where I want it to go, right? And I'd already previously worked on pulling the fabric from the inside back cover loose. Not totally loose, just there on the edge, just enough I can get in there, okay? And it was easy. Well, I shouldn't say it was easy. I worked easily at it, so I didn't tear anything up. So I'm like, oh, please don't miss that. Don't be an air conditioner. That's so funny to me. So now I've got my handheld crocodile, and again I'm using the smaller hole, and I'm put out my little marks a little bit further out to allow for little foldovers, and I'm going to be using a brads and to allow a little brad space. Okay, now it's not exactly in the center of the back cover, it's more towards the bottom, okay, because I didn't want to cover up too much stuff on the front. So now I've got that extra ink on there. I've just got a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. Ink just disappears. Now I was looking for my leather strap, and it's too long. I will trim it. I don't know if I leave that put on in. I'm like, yeah, I got a mark where I'm going to punch my hole on the leather. And we're going to poke that hole. Well, we got to empty out that thing. That is so annoying about that. I love that thing, but you got to clean the hole out yourself. It's just the way it goes. So here's our brad, which is so funny because I noticed later on that it's the exact same kind of brad that was used on the front cover. And I thought, serendipity! So I measured out for the second hole on our little leather strip. And then we're going to put the brad in. And I'm going to try to splay out the little arms on it. And I can't get nothing in there. So I open it just a little bit and stick it in there. And now I can get my palette knife in there to open that up. I'm like, yes, success. That's a good sign. So we're going to pre-open this one just a little tiny bit. And put that in there. Yeah, there we go. Open it up. And now we're going to reseal that. Make sure that fits. Holy cow. So now we're going to glue it down. We're going to use some frabitac. I don't remember what the original maker used to adhere the fabric down, but I'm using frabitac. Okay, squish it in there, squishing it under, because there's a pocket there. It's got our maker's notes books goes in there, and we're going to clamp it all up. Put some Ellie Mae on it. I do it a lot because I'm like, oh, I want you to make sure you're stuck. So here we are. Now we're going to put it on. And I couldn't get it through. Oh, I put the charm. What am I doing with the charm? Oh, I'd already tried it and I couldn't get it on there. So I had to take the charm off, slide the journal belt through there. Now we got to put the charm back on there. See, it can be removed and, trade it out or whatever. It's all good, y'all. It's all good. But taking that leather strip back off there, that might be a little issue. Okay? Just saying. So, okay, now I'm looking at it. I'm like, is it fine? Yeah, it's fine. We're going to tighten that sucker up. All right, get where you're supposed to be. Get where you're supposed to be. There we go. Tucking it all in. Yeah, baby. I'm like, yo, that's nice. I like that. Now we're kind of doing a little flippy floppy thing. And I'm like, oh, you can't see the charms because they're all jacked up now. Okay. Now you can see the charms. I still think they're fun. Okay. And of course, whoever gets this can do whatever they want because, artistic license. Oh, so fun. I think it's so fun. Well, I didn't want to cover the spine up because we've got, library book stuff over there. So now we're going to do a brief little flip-flop. I mean, it is very, very brief. I'm like, I'm not giving it away today, so I don't need to go into detail. When the giveaway comes up, I will do a better flip-flop through the book. Okay. And here's our little journal maker stuff. And, it's so fun. So fun. That's my page. Y'all. Tucks right in there. Closes right up. Oh. Mm-hmm. Charming. Ta-da! Photo montage. Please be sure to visit everyone else's channels. Look for the 6-pack collab. That's 6 PACK CLAB collab, not collab, collab, and check out their videos for the portions of the project that they did, because we've all done 6 different processes. We had covers, signatures, pockets and tucks, add-ons like paper clips and stuff in the pockets, and a little bit of page decorating stuff, and charm and closure. It's just been a fun experience, y'all, and we have such beautiful journals that are looking forward to their new home and being further decorated from their new owners. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.